Hi friends, I brought Only Opal, the Diary of a Young Girl to read today. Barbara Cooney did it. This is based on a true story. Some true stories are sad, aren't they? This one is pretty sad. Only Opal. My mother and father are gone. The man did say that they went to heaven and do live with God, but it's lonesome without them. The mama where I live says I'm a nuisance. I think it's something grown-ups don't like to have around. She sends me out to bring wood in. Some days there's cream to be shaked into butter. Some days I sweep the floor. The mama has likes to have her house nice and clean. Near the road grow many flowers. I nod to them as I go by. They talk in shadows. And this I have learned, grown-ups do not know the language of shadows. Angel Mother and Angel Father did know, and they taught me. I think sometimes kind God just opens the gates of heaven and lets them come out to be guardian angels for a while. Sometimes I read the books that Angel Mother and Angel Father wrote in. They tell me about all the great people, and now I know what to name my favorite mouse. He is Felix Mendelssohn. I did not go to school today, for this was wash day and the mama needed me at home. The mama says that is my work, but it takes a long time. And all the time it is taking, I have longings to go explores. My dog, Brave Herodotus, came walking by. He made a stop at the doorstop. He wagged his tail. That means he wants to go explores. My crow, Lars Pornsen, flew down from the oak tree. He landed on the back of Brave Herodotus and gave 2 calls. They are friends. All my work is done and I'm sitting on the front steps making prints. Under the steps live some mice. They have such beautiful eyes, I give them bread to eat. This morning Lars Pornsen did walk on the clean tablecloth. He was tracking crow tracks and jam all over it. The mama picked me up and right away she did spank me for his doing it. I had to scrub little rubs a long time to get it clean. When I feel sad inside, I talk things over with my tree. I call him Michael Raphael. It is such a comfort to nestle up against Michael Raphael. He's a green tree and he has an understanding soul. One day a week, the mama does send me to take eggs to all the folks hereabouts. Today is taking egg day. I put my blue bonnet, I put Felix Mendelssohn in my pocket. He likes to go for walks and sometimes he sleeps in my sleeve. Felix Mendelssohn has likes for cheese. New folks live by the mill. Dear love, her young husband does call her. They are so happy. And when I gave her the eggs, she smiled glad smiles and kissed me. 2 on the cheeks and 1 on the nose. And then I had glad feels all over. And Felix Mendelssohn poked his nose out of my sleeve and she gave him a pat. I knew dear love was my friend. One way the road does go to the house of the girl who has no seeing. She likes to touch the flowers I bring her. She has seeing by feeling. I tell her cloud ships are sailing over the hills in a hurry. She shuts her eyes when I shut mine, and we ride in a cloud, a fleecy white one. I came to the house of dear love. Dear love was so glad to see me. She was cutting out flannel patches for a quilt, and she thought one patch would be a nice blanket for Felix Mendelssohn. He is a soft mouse that likes soft feels to go to sleep in. She marked his initials on it with red ink, FM on the corner. At night, the wind goes walking in the field, talking to the earth voices there. I did follow her down potato rows, and her goings made ripples on my nightgown. While I was listening to the voices of the night, Brave Herodotus did catch the corner of my nightgown in his mouth and did pull in a most hard way to go back to the house where we live. He barks when he thinks it's going home time. The calf is Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I think she will be a lovely cow. There are lonesome feels in her mooings when her mother is away. I put my arm around her neck. It is such a comfort to have a friend near when lonesome feels do come. I took off my sunbonnet and tied it to her so the sun wouldn't bother her eyes. When I came home, the mama did spank me real hard and told me to go and find my sunbonnet and not come back until I find it. I wanted to talk to Michael Raphael. My dear pig followed me to school today. School was already took up and I went in first, and the new teacher told me I was tardy again. Peter Paul Rubens walked right in. The grunts he gave were such nice ones. He stood there saying, "I have come to your school. What class are you going to put me in?" They were the same words I did say on my first day of school. I guess our teacher doesn't have an understanding of pig talk. She came at him in a hurry with a stick. Someday I will write about Michael Raphael, the great tree I love. Today I did watch and I did hear its moans as the saw went right through it. There was a queer feel in my throat and I couldn't stand up. The saw did stop and there was stillness. There was a queer, sad sound. The big tree did quiver, it did sway, and it crashed to the earth. Oh, Michael Raphael. I'm sitting on the steps for the last time. Tomorrow we will move to a mill town. Elizabeth Barrett Browning has been sold with her mother, the gentle Jersey cow. Dear Love and her husband says Felix Mendelssohn can live under their front steps. They will take care of my garden. I have walked past the house of the girl who has no seeing. She was not home. When I came for the last time to the house of dear Love, she was sitting on the steps drying her hair in the sun. It waved little ripples of light. I have come to say goodbye, I told her. Dear Love smiled a sorry smile and said, "We will never forget you." And then she gave me a kiss, one on each cheek and one on the nose. I was so glad for the one on the nose. I'm going far away, but Angel Mother and Angel Father will be with me. Guardian angels always know where to find you. This is the end. This book, it says the girl wrote in her 5th or 6th year, so and she was born around 1900, and she kept a diary and she hid it in a secret place. Do you keep a diary or write down your thoughts? Maybe you could try that today. Friends, I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.